Hey guys, so this is kind of a hard video to make, but I feel obligated to because, okay, I know I don't say it much. I mean, I said it in the past, but if I do, I only really say it because it's, you know, what's the word? It's kind of mandatory for that moment. I know that's probably not the right word for it, but I'm transsexual to be a fact. There's a difference between transgender and transsexual people. Well, I won't get into that today, but I'm just gonna say why, even though if I probably I know I want to, for my personal safety and my personal reasons and my beliefs, why I probably will never get transition. Now, these are not in order. These are just my personal 5 reasons. And keep in mind, I'm not saying I'll never transition. This is just the reason how I feel right now. So, without ado, let's get it out of the way. Number 1. I know too many trans people, and I can even say said to transsexuals too. Yes, the movement can be very sexist. That doesn't mean I don't love them. In fact, I do love trans people. I think a lot of them do get hated for wrong reasons, and for the good ones out there, I cherish them. You know, like anybody else, there's good and bad to each people. But I think at the same time though that, they do have movements of trans people that are just awful and to biological women, and they shut them down just because they asked a simple question like, do you really think you're a woman? And that gets shut down. Why do we have to shut down biological women just because they asked that question? It's just, I don't feel like that's the right thing to do. I mean, is that what the Puritans and all the Christians do to us? They try to shut us down. Us trans people down. So why are we doing the same thing to biological women who asked a simple question? Second, and this is more of a personal reason. I mean, they're all personal, but this is more so of a personal reason. See, I have autism, Asperger's syndrome to be a fact. And, well, I did some research, and it turns out, and it's very rare to see an autistic trans person. Now, I could be wrong on that, but far as I know, it's pretty rare. But as someone who is one, I did some research, and it turns out, autism and taking hormones ain't really the best combination sometimes, because it can mess up your hormone balance. And I hope for anybody who, not just people who are autistic and trans, but anybody who are planning to be trans, I'm not saying don't do it, don't get me wrong, I'm just saying study on it. Make sure, is this really what you want? I want to do it, don't get me wrong. I would love to be a woman. But at the same time, I personally understand, all these things. I don't honestly understand where I'm getting myself into when I take these hormones, so I don't feel like these are comfortable for me, personally. Even though I truly want to be a woman, I don't want to waste my life. Number 3. This kind of goes with the first one, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper in this. Biological women have more have more to say than us. Let's be honest. Biological women need safety. They need attention more than trans women. I'm not saying trans women don't need any of these things, because obviously they do. You know, some of them do get kicked out of their home for simply being trans. But at the same time, biological women get shut down every day. And yes, I do believe in a thing called trans privilege. It does assist. It does assist. We gotta realize as trans people, biological women right now need everybody's help. In fact, I'm actually gonna do a hashtag that says trans women for biological women, or something along the lines trans women who stand up for biological women, and I want people to start using that hashtag, because I think it's important. I think it's good. And yeah. So let me see, that was number 3. Number 4, we're getting down. Number 4, why I probably wouldn't transition, is just because I feel like it's been commercialized a lot. And what I mean by this is it's getting to the point, especially in places like Canada, it's getting to the point now, and I don't live in Canada, by the way, but I'm just saying, it's probably going to be like this next year in the US in 2020. Trust me on that. But it's getting to the point now, you know, it used to be you have to go through so many different Caesars to be who you want to be. But now you can just sign up, at least in Canada anyway, you can just sign a paper saying you're trans and you get an ID. No, I'm sorry, but the only way to be trans is if you have gender dysphoria. I'm only saying it like it is. That is the only way you can be trans, if you have gender dysphoria. I don't like this whole thing. I'm sorry, but I know this is not PC to say, but I am sick of this. I am sick of hearing you don't need to have dysphoria to be transgender. You have to. It's science. Number 5. Number 5 is just, why do